Broadcasting from the Fence One Studios. Voted #1 contractor in North Alabama. 94.1 WHRP. Gurley, Huntsville, Decatur. A Cumulus media station.
Tony, yeah! Tony, in the morning. Tony, in the morning. Waking up your world. Tony, in the morning. Tony, in the morning.
94.1 WHRP.
On 94.1 WHRP, back at it on this Monday. It is the 3rd of March, and happy Women's History Month. Tony in the morning. Tony in the morning. That's that AI again. Start that crap again.
It's creeping in here already.
Oh, it's too early for all that. I wish you would. DJ Primetime 256. And welcome to it. Hope you had a nice celebration. The Mardi Gras continues today. Fat Tuesday tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait. The NFL's planning to replace the chain gang.
Really? With
a technology called the Hawkeye. Which means someone probably just lost their job.
But somebody with these robots and all this stuff, they still need a human, right? Are the robots programming the robots?
Until they get feelings too.
What? Hello. So Travis Kelce, everyone's been speculating whether or not he's going to wrap up his career, but he says, "Oh, I can't go out like that."
I wouldn't either the way that season went. The Jets' dream is finally coming to life with the world's first driving and flying vehicle.
You know what I would like? I wouldn't mind having a Rosie robot because she was a really nice housemaid.
I'd take a Rosie robot.
Yeah, she really was caring and everything.
And I'll take a I Dream of Jeannie.
Wait, no, that's not a robot though. That's gonna get you in trouble.
How real is she though?
Right. Well, I mean, pop the bottle, find out. Listen, after weeks of mandate firings, we're going to find out where we stand with the government moving forward.
And what does Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, and Eddie Murphy all have in common?
What do they have in common?
They know Zendaya.
Huh?
Yeah. What? And some other stuff too, but I can't just tell everything right now, Tony. It's just getting started.
The whole tease thing gets on my nerves. Right? Who was that just says mine too?
I said the same thing.
All right. Tony in the morning, DJ Primetime 256. Happy Women's History Month, WHRP.
Tony in the morning. Waking up your world.
Tony in the morning.
94.1 WHRP.
Where you at? 94.1 WHRP. Tony in the morning. I'm DJ Primetime 256. Don't forget the 256. Good morning, Tennessee Valley, and happy Monday. How you doing, Tennessee Valley? I had personally a great weekend. I got an opportunity to realize I am not as young as I really feel. I think I'm one age, right? Or the years tell me I'm one age. My body feels like another until I get out there and start playing with my son. So my son's a track star and a football star, right? And I get out here, he's like, "Dad, let's get out here and throw this football." And I get out there and I start throwing the football with him. Him and my brother come out with this route. And he runs this route and he goes like a little hitch and go. Those of y'all that know I'm talking about, shout out Roll Tide. Go Bulldogs, y'all know. My football fans know. He hits his hitch and go on me, and my ankles and my hamstring no longer operate the same way. Like, I didn't know. How do you break down in front of your son? I felt like this king for a minute until he hit that and then my body didn't go the right way. And I'm paying for it this morning because it was my ankle and my hamstring, but for some odd reason, my lower back now hurts as well. So I'm gonna encourage you, parents, don't get out there and do it. It's one thing to think you can. It's another thing to actually go out there and do it, but know your limitations. I was also probably messed up for having tennis shoes on, getting out there playing football instead of cleats. But I feel like if you go out there as a parent and you wear cleats in the backyard, you're taking it too far. You're going too far with it. I'm just saying, does it make sense? So now I'm sitting up here with my ankles, my hamstrings, and my lower back hurting, all trying to show out for a 13-year-old. Long story short, I crawled out the backyard, got me a Capri Sun, and ate a hot dog. Lick my wounds. All right, we got Back in the Day, Black in the Day coming up, as well as good news in the neighborhood right here on 94.1 WHRP.
Listen to WHRP on our free app. Download it now. 94.1 WHRP. We looking black in the day.
Was that black?
We're looking back in the day.
Back.
Back.
Well, back in the day, Yolanda Nikki Giovanni Jr. Yes, okay. Yolanda Cornelia Nikki Giovanni Jr., a poet, writer, commentator, and activist and educator, one of the world's most well-known African-American poets for her work that includes poetry, anthologies, poetry recordings, and nonfiction essays. During the 1970s, she began writing children's literature and co-founded a publishing company, Nick Tom Ltd., to provide an outlet for other African-American women writers. Poems such as Knoxville, Tennessee, and Nikki Rosa have frequently been republished and in anthologies and other collections. Nikki Giovanni, who taught at Queens College, Rutgers, and Ohio State, and was a university distinguished professor at the Virginia Tech until September of 2022. We remember Nikki Giovanni. That's Black in the Day. On this date, back in the day, it was Thomas L. Jennings who became the first black man to receive a patent. He developed the process of dry cleaning. That's why your clothes look so good. And that happened on this date in 1821. The Temptations reached number one with My Girl on this date in 1965. And Boogie Down Productions released their first album, Criminal Minded. All right, a couple of celebrities celebrating birthdays and famous people too.
Tone Loc is celebrating his birthday today. Some know him for Wild Thing and Funky Cold Medina. Others know him as the voice of Sea Bear. We also have Jackie Joyner Kersey celebrating her birthday, one of the greatest Olympians ever. She won 3 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze medals over the course of 4 Olympic Games. She competed in the heptathlon and long jump. We also have Little Flip. You remember his track, This Is the Way We Ball, and Sunshine. We also have Buddy Valastro. The Cake Boss is celebrating his birthday today, and David Faustino, Bud Bundy from Married with Children. And in memoriam, we have Alexander Graham Bell, born on this date in 1847, the man who created the telephone, and he founded AT&T. Find more celebrity birthdays on our Facebook page at 94.1 WHRP.
And it is National Anthem Day, celebrating anthems from around the world. That's Black in the Day, Back in the Day. Tony in the Morning on 94.1 WHRP.
Today's best variety of R&B. 94.1 WHRP.
At Fence One, they know your space is personal, whether it's your home or business. That's why they offer expert commercial and residential fence installation, repair, and staining to fit your needs. Whether you want privacy with a wood fence, that sleek look of aluminum, or the classic feel of chain link, split rail, or ranch-style fencing, they've got you covered. Looking for low maintenance? Their vinyl fences are a perfect option. Whether it's a quick repair or a brand new installation, Fence One is ready to enhance the security and style of your property throughout the Tennessee Valley and beyond. Call my friends at Fence One at 256-885-6722 and tell Jordan that DJ Primetime 256 sent you. You can also book your appointment online at fence1.net. That's fence1.net.
Happy Women's History Month. We are up and running already, celebrating on our Facebook page, our website at 94.1 WHRP. Check us out. If you miss any of our tributes, go to WHRPFM.com. Plus, O.C. Maddox Jr. putting the spotlight on all the ladies this month with Black History Facts. So make sure you're checking in every day around 7:55 to see and hear who we are paying tribute to. My favorite month.
Women's History Month.
Yeah. Next to my birth month. Yeah.
You celebrate the whole month on your birthday too?
No, I'm not one of those.
Okay.
Yeah, I was only born on one day.
Well, me too. I feel you on that. Why you got to celebrate the whole month?
Right. Because half the month is a different zodiac sign. That's one thing. So,
Some folks just be turning up the whole month. Y'all just be selfish. All 30 days is about you.
Right. You know, we don't even celebrate Christmas for a whole month.
No, well, depending on who you are.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, some people already putting up their Christmas trees.
Those are Mardi Gras trees.
They just cut off the other lights.
Yeah. Then they become Easter trees.
Oh, man. Oh.
And don't forget to pay me back trees.
This
All
the
right, put
year-round
some
tree.
money on my tree. All right, Tony in the morning, DJ Primetime 256 at 94.1 WHRP. Time for the good news in the neighborhood.
Good news in the neighborhood. Huntsville Park and Recreations will be hosting their 2025 Teen Career Summit. This is free to all teens. This is looking to improve their career preparedness skills. This will be March 13th, but the last day to register is today. So register now. For this and other good news in the neighborhood, check out our Facebook page at 94.1 WHRP.
The Good News in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Alabama A&M. Learn more about Alabama A&M University by visiting aamu.edu today. Alabama A&M University.
From celebrating Mardi Gras, she was the talent, the entertainment for one of the balls they were having in Mobile, home of the Mardi Gras. Mm-hmm. And reportedly, this was like 4 a.m. as they were heading home. She, and along with some band members in a Sprinter van, reportedly tumbled over a few times. And as it was rolling over, reportedly, it was hit by a semi. Wow. And sadly, we lost one great, talented, beautiful, spirited woman, Angie Stone. So Angie, of course, for those of you who go all the way back in the day at the late 1970s, early 80s, you remember she was in the hip-hop group called The Sequence, and the song Funk You Up, and was a big hit for them. And she would later go on to become what we know her as, mostly a solo artist, singing songs like No More Rain.
Oh, yes.
Wish
yes,
I Didn't
yes.
Miss You, Baby. Of course, the anthem, Brother, which is one of my all-time favorite songs by Angie Stone.
More Than a Woman.
Yes. So a native of South Carolina, of course, you can tell that she began singing in the church, gospel music, of course, the home of where her father would take her, to perform, and grew up writing poetry, and also saved from odd jobs to record a demo in a local studio to get her career started. And, it's just a horrible thing. Now, many of you here in the Tennessee Valley that participated and came and supported the Rhythms Brew and Barbecue Festival at the Redstone Arsenal. Shout out to our friends at the MWR. Shout out to Mr. Kenneth McDonald and Delisa Henderson, who spearheaded a lot of concert series there. And she was one of the talents on a show not long ago here in the Tennessee Valley. And we had a really good time. She also performed at the VBC not too long ago, Angie Stone. So many of us have memories spending time with her, or, of course, patronizing some of the many concert events she's done over the course of her lifespan. Going to be greatly missed. Angie Stone, who recently, if you've been following her like some of us fans do, you saw where she was being quite vocal about how the record company had not paid her royalties, and she was seeking that. And she was just hurt to know the many funds and money that she had not been given for her time spent recording, writing, and all that. And we hear this story all the time with
way too often with artists. Way too often with
There's
artists.
a organization called the Rhythms Blues Blues Foundation. This was started by my surrogate mom, the late Ruth Brown. She and Bonnie Raitt went to the Supreme Court to fight for back royalties of artists that were taken advantage of all the way back to the 1950s.
Oh, wow.
And so I often wonder if some of the talent today are even aware of that organization that probably could help fight for your past back royalties that these record companies keep ripping people off on. So, very sad. I hope that someone will pick up where she left off, keep fighting for what is hers, the money that she wanted to leave for her children and her grandchildren. Rest in peace, sis. Angie Stone earning her angel wings at the age of 63.
The latest gossip headline.
Here she goes, up in everybody's business.
Tony's Tattletale.
Did you hear about what happened?
Tony's Tattletale.
Tony's Tattletale. Is any of this true?
Tony's Tattletale.
Well, did you see the Oscars last night? If so, then you saw Mr. Paul Tazewell making history, becoming the first black man to win Best Costume Design for his design and work in the movie Wicked. The 97th Annual Academy Awards took place yesterday, and Mr. Tazewell said, "I've been designing costumes for over 35 years. That has been on Broadway and now in film, and there was never a black male designer who I could follow and see as an inspiration." And then he realized he is the inspiration. It's actually him. So say congratulations to Mr. Tazewell. Halle Berry shocked everybody on the red carpet, not because of what she had on, because of what she did with her hips and her lips. What? She went ahead and kissed Adrian Brody 22 years after he did it to her at the Oscars. Smooches. Anybody know a thing called COVID? It's not the word Twitter heard, it's just tattletales.
Now you're in the know about other people's business. From Tony's Tattletale on 94.1 WHRP.
Gentlemen, prom season's here and it's time to dress to impress. On Time Fashion's got you covered with their exclusive 15% off special on men's blazers, suits, tuxedos, and shoes. Whether you're going for that classic elegance or a modern twist, everything is in stock and ready for that big night. Come on to On Time Fashion. They'll help you step up your game and make a statement that won't be forgotten. Visit On Time Fashion today in Tuscaloosa or Huntsville and get ready to shine on that prom night. Don't forget to check out their website at ontimettown.com. Tell them DJ Primetime 256 sent you.
94.1 WHRP. Tony in the morning and DJ Primetime 256. It's Monday, and we're talking to our good friend Tish Hardrick and Associates, and Money Monday, an opportunity to get some money-saving tips. Good morning, Tish.
Good morning, Tish.
Good morning, guys, and happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday. Got a brand new month we're kicking off, and this is really great, especially if you have a small business, or entrepreneurs, or those who are thinking about starting a business. Those money-saving tips for your business supplies. Tell us about that, Tish.
Yes, office supplies, exactly what we're talking about, and with your business, they're so essential for smooth business operations, but their costs can really add up quickly. And I've got a few tips that will be some innovative ways to help you cut down on some office supplies.
All righty. We can't wait to hear those. Let's start with tip number 5.
Tip number 5 is conduct a supplies inventory and budget analysis. Begin your cost savings journey by being able to conduct a really thorough inventory of the office supplies. Evaluate your usage patterns and identify which items are most frequently and which ones are seldomly used. Once you analyze your office supply budget and set some clear cost savings goals, you'll be able to save with some very strong patterns.
It's Money Mondays with Tish Hardrick and Associates. We're talking about money-saving tips for office supplies. Tish, what's tip number 4?
Embrace digital technology. Transitioning to digital documentation a lot of times can really reduce paper-based processes, and being able to utilize your cloud storage and digital collaboration tools so you can share documentation securely is really a great cost saver. So implement things like electronic signatures or the need for printing, scanning, and you can do this by just simply going paperless. You'll save on paper costs, ink, toner, and expenses, and also reduce storage costs.
Save a tree. Go digital. Talking to Tish Hardrick and Associates. What's tip number 3?
Opt for some generic or refurbished supplies. Consider purchasing generic or refurbished office supplies instead of the name brand products. Generic supplies can often offer comparable quality at a low price point, and refurbished items, sometimes such as printers or electronics, can deliver cost savings without compromising functionality.
There's nothing wrong with anything generic or saving a little money on something previously used.
Recycle.
We're talking money-saving tips for your office supplies with Tish Hardrick and Associates. Tish, what's tip number 2?
Buy in bulk. Buying office supplies in bulk can really lead to some substantial cost savings. So think about purchasing items with high consumption rates like your printer paper, your ink cartridges, or your writing materials in larger quantities, and take advantage of volume discounts. Be mindful, however, of the storage limitations and ensure that those perishable items will not go unused before their expiration dates.
Couple of great ideas, things you may not have thought of, and something to make you go, that's what I should do to save a few bucks. Money-saving tips for business supplies. Tish Hardrick and Associates. What's tip number 1?
Tip number 1 is utilize rewards and cashback programs. Take advantage of rewards and cashback programs that are offered by your office supply stores or your credit card companies, because once you accumulate points on cashback and purchases, you'll be able to redeem them for future office supplies, which is really going to reduce some costs.
All right. Thank you for that. And of course, if you want more ideas and great tips, you want to get in contact with Tish Hardrick and Associates, what's the best route to do that?
Check us out on the web at thetishteam.com, where we're building foundations of success one step at a time with grants, business consultancy, and career.
94.1 WHRP is celebrating Women's History Month, the art of resilience.
Welcome to March. It's Women's History Month. It's a time to celebrate the achievements, resilience, and brilliance of all women, especially our women arrayed in ebony. Black American women have shaped this nation. From politics to science, education to entertainment, Black women have led the way, breaking barriers and redefining excellence. Hence our theme for this month, the art of resilience. On today's broadcast, we dedicate this episode to the fearless Black women who are in the field of journalism. Truth tellers, they are. History makers and voices for the unheard. One such trailblazer is Joy Reid, a powerhouse journalist who became the first Black woman to anchor a primetime news show on MSNBC. Through sharp analysis and fearless reporting, she brought issues affecting Black America to the forefront. Though recently she was let go, her impact remains undeniable, proving that when Black women speak truth to power, the world listens. And she follows right in the footsteps of legends like Ida B. Wells, who used the power of the press to expose racial injustice. Also Gwen Ifill, who shattered glass ceilings in political journalism. And Charlene Hunter Galt, a pioneer in broadcasting who changed the face of news. These Black women journalists have always been at the front lines. They're our history, and revealing that history, and also ensuring our stories are told, our struggles are acknowledged, and our victories celebrated. You know, Harriet Tubman once said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world." Well, we want to welcome you here. This is Women's History Month, and Black women are history in motion. So welcome to the art of resistance. I'm O.C. Maddox Jr. for Black History Facts. And until our next episode, stay informed, stay inspired, and keep on making history.
We're celebrating Women's History Month, the art of resilience, on 94.1 WHRP.
Let's be honest, the Tennessee Valley isn't getting any smaller. People are moving here from the north, the south, the east, and the west. And if you're like me and you're looking for a new home, look no further than James Stallworth at Stallworth Real Estate. I'm currently looking for a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom home, and I love James Stallworth. Everything that his group has done for me so far, to the late phone calls, because sometimes we need it. Our regular work hours aren't everybody else's regular work hours. let's just be honest. Our availability isn't the same as everybody else's availability. And if you're looking for a real estate agent that truly cares and that will work around your schedule and find you the home of your dreams, look no further than James Stallworth at Stallworth Real Estate. Stop by their office at 8840 Madison Boulevard, Suite 200D. Tell them DJ Primetime 256 sent you. 94.1 WHRP. Tony in the morning. I'm DJ Primetime 256. Don't forget the 256. Tony, did you see Donald Trump and Zelensky and the VP all in the Oval Office? The showdown.
The big press conference staged. That's what it seemed like, you know. It was disgusting to me. We know that people have beef behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You know, at the boardroom, right? People,
right.
You know, they're trying to figure out things and maybe things get a little heated. But this was totally embarrassing to me.
It was embarrassing to me. We've never seen, I think, having the highest leadership role in America, you should be the most tactful person. It's, you know, you got to lead by example.
And, you know, there's been different people in that position. And whether or not I agree with their politics, I can say that what I've witnessed throughout my lifetime is a person of professionalism and class, how they present themselves, how they communicate with other leaders of the world. I've never seen anything such as this, where they were belittling him. Yeah.
Literally.
Ridiculing him and making him feel less than. Wouldn't let him say what he wanted to say. when when the orangeness put his hand on him and kind of pushed his shoulder a little bit. See, I'm from the playground.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, I'm from the yeah. When you touch the shoulder,
don't know.
That's like you asking for it.
You're
right?
giving me permission.
And then he was trying to explain and say, and then when you called him the vice president,
VP.
Yeah. So when he says that you never apologized, did you ever say thank you? Guess what? Y'all only been in this position for about a month and a couple of days. He has repeatedly said thank you to the United States and President Biden over the course of the last couple of years and since the war began. He has thanked over and over and over again. So, yes, he has. I'll vouch for him. Yes, he has said thank you.
And he said thank you. And they said, well, but you haven't said thank you since you've been here today.
Don't need to. You didn't do anything.
I thought we came here to sign something.
And then the reporter, you notice how they don't have any real reputable reporters in the
kicked everybody out.
Yeah, they kicked everybody out. Had the audacity to ask him, does he own a suit? Why doesn't he wear a suit? And again, why are you saying things like that? That to me is just, you're trying to tear somebody down. He's in a war. Maybe he doesn't have a suit anymore.
Right.
And I'm going to say this. Do you remember when we were dealing with COVID and we couldn't go to get our haircuts? We couldn't go to public places and stuff. And then in Chicago, the mayor, Lightfoot, went and got her haircut at a barbershop, and everybody was in an uproar because it's like, how can you do that?
And we got all this going on.
You're supposed to be in the trenches with us. And I feel that President Zelensky is doing that. He's in the trenches with the people whose homes are being bombed and businesses, and everything is just tore down.
Right.
Where they do that, wear a suit to appease you?
And then, what is it, 2-3 weeks ago? Elon Musk was there. He didn't have a suit on, and his kid was running around.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Oval Office. That's never happened.
I don't think he's been voted in for anything. I think he's just a visitor with a microphone.
And a whole lot of power.
But Zelensky said something significant. He said, "I will put on a costume when the war ends." Yeah.
There's your suit.
Yeah, there's your suit, clowns.
What's your sign? Horoscope. Is this your birth month? Here's astrologer Kim Allen with your daily forecast.
Happy Monday. Your love life can get a bit complicated as the planet Venus is now retrograde. Over the next few weeks, you can have a change of heart in your relationship. You might not feel the same way. And don't be surprised if people from the past suddenly show up. There could be drama. I'm astrologer Kim Allen. Contact me at kimallen.com.
94.1 WHRP. Tony in the morning, DJ Primetime 256. Did you get a chance to see any of the Oscars last night?
I did.
The opening was fabulous. Those two young girls, oh my gosh.
Can blow.
I should say young ladies, but
Young
they're girls
ladies.
to me. All right, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. I mean, they nailed it. Those voices, oh my goodness.
Strong voices.
Mm-hmm. So the opening, of course, Over the Rainbow, and then Home, of course, from the hit Broadway play. You might say Wizard of Oz to Wicked, you know? 'Cause that's where the songs really originated from. And so that was great. Then we saw a great performance of a tribute to James Bond. James Bond. Now, these young ladies are the new hot chicks in the music industry. Lisa, Doja Cat, and Ray. A lot of people got introduced to Ray during the Grammy Awards because folks were like, who is that? Where'd she come here with that voice, right? She's got kind of a classic look, like a 1960s look, you know. They did a wonderful tribute during the, showcase.
I love the theatrics with it.
I do too.
Everything looked
the dancing and all that. Yeah. Dun, dun. And Halle came out in her beautiful gown because she was a Bond girl. The tribute to Quincy Jones with Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah Winfrey, they both looked beautiful last night. And I was happy to hear that Whoopi Goldberg says that, yay, Sister Act 3, the script is complete. Now they're waiting on Disney to push forward with that.
Yeah, they need to hit me up for that one.
What are you going to do?
I don't know, but I need to be in Sister Act. I need to be in that movie.
The big surprise last night for Best Picture went to Anora. Many people thought maybe it was going to be Wicked, or Conclave, but that didn't happen. This film was made with I think $6 million.
Really?
Yeah, very low budgeted independent film. Swept pretty good. They got about at least 4 Oscar awards last night. Yeah. Best Director they walked away with. They also won with the actress in a leading role. This young lady named Mickey Madison, who beat Demi Moore and Cynthia Erivo, who so Anora. So now I want to see it. Now I want to see it.
Obviously, it's got to be good.
But there was a very powerful speech from Zoe Zaldana, who won for Emilia Perez. And she did an outstanding role and talked about, being from, Latin descent, first Dominican to walk away with a big Oscar win. So pretty powerful last night, the Oscars.
94.1 WHRP.
94.1 WHRP. Tony in the morning. I'm DJ Primetime 256. Tony, one of my favorite movies ever, right, is Shrek. I mean, I just got to be honest.
Okay.
Like the theme songs, the overall concept of the movie.
Was I the only one not expecting that?
The ogre. I mean, it's just a great movie.
Okay.
Great overall movie. Well, Shrek is coming out with Shrek 5.
Shrek 5?
Shrek 5.
Oh, I must have missed 2.
And you missed Shrek 2?
I missed, if you're coming out with 5, I missed 4 and 3.
Yeah, so you don't know about Puss in Boots and the Pinocchio and Donkey. Of course you know about Donkey. Everybody know about Donkey.
And Puss in Boots, I know about Puss in Boots.
Okay, so you had to see it.
But that's from a whole nother tale. You weren't born then. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, Zendaya joins the cast.
Okay.
As
really?
Shrek's daughter.
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay.
Shrek got a grown little teenage daughter now.
Really?
Yes.
I got to catch up.
I can't.
This is going to be good. All right. Serious situation in the Carolinas, the Carolina forest fire that's about 5 miles just north of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Also affecting areas, and if you have friends and family in Wilmington, as well as Charleston, Columbia, those areas, they've asked people to evacuate. There's a big forest fire. Over 175 wildfires were burning nearly 4,200 acres across the state. So we're familiar with that sound because of what's been going on in California for years. And so this morning when I heard there was a wildfire, I automatically thought Where in California?
Where in Cali- yeah.
And when they said the Carolinas, I was like, what is going on? So hopefully people listen and adhere to, this emergency evacuation, and we don't lose any lives. But I'm hoping they don't lose their property either. Scary stuff. It's your best girlfriend, Tony Terrell, and you can stream us live every single day at WHRPFM.com. Check in now and catch up with Tony in the morning, weekdays from 6 to 10 at WHRPFM.com. Just click the purple button.
94.1 WHRP, Tony in the morning. I'm DJ Primetime 256. Don't forget the 256. And now it's time for your motivation and inspiration.
You could only wish that everyone had a pleasant weekend and having a pleasant start to today and feeling good about yourself. Here's the deal. There's something special. There's something so special about you. You know what it is. Others may not. There's something special about everyone. So if you're feeling a little down today, remember those special things about you. That's your motivation and inspiration, 94.1 WHRP.